These are the top 10 prospect cards, not players, but cards we're going to be watching, chasing, and tracking leading up to and following throughout the entire 2026 season. We'll give you a brief summary of why we're watching these cards, a little breakdown of the players themselves, and what the card prices currently are, and what we're looking at that might be holding these players back or propelling them forward. So here we go. As always, we're going to start with our honorable mention, and that is going to be Raikkonen Nishida. Don't know if we said that right. Probably not. You guys know I'm terrible with names, and just like pretty much everyone else on this list, we're going to butcher names all the way up and down the list. But he's with the White Sox. Last season, he was in Double-A, which means he was in Birmingham. So we saw him a couple times when he played the Clingstones. But he is a second baseman. He is a little tiny fellow. He's 5'6", 150 pounds, and he is 24 years old. Last season, he hit .273 with no home runs, 31 RBIs, 40 stolen bases, and a .403 on-base percentage. He also had 403 at-bats. That's kind of cool. Those numbers are right there. The way we're going to break these down is going to be a low tier is going to be $20 or less. A mid tier is going to be $50 to $20. And the high tier is going to be anything above $50 pretty much. I'm not made of money, so anything over 50 is definitely a high tier in my book. These are all going to be first Bowman autos, whether it be draft or chrome or paper. I don't think we have any paper on it. I think it's all either draft, chrome, something like that. So that Nishida card you're going to be looking for is a 2024 Bowman Chrome. It is on the lower tier. It is a $13 card, roughly, currently. Speed doesn't usually sell anywhere near the power guys. But over the last couple of years, a few guys have snuck their way onto some of these hot lists, with Chandler Simpson being on everyone's list last season and Billy Hamilton taking the world by storm for a little while a few years back. Sometimes speed is just too good to ignore. Do I think Nishida has that kind of speed? No, definitely not. He is not on the same level as those other guys. What I do find intriguing about him, though, is his .403 on-base percentage in Double-A Birmingham last season, and his 40 stolen bases and only 115 ball games. He is a bit older for Double-A at 24, and he is, like I said, a little fella, standing 5'6" and weighing 150 pounds. He has no power to speak of, but in 2024, he had an OBP of 418 over low A, high A, double A. So with the way he gets on base and his speed, it may make him someone to keep an eye on moving forward. He may never reach the records of his hero Ichiro, but if he can add a few pounds to his legs and get over the 50 steal mark this season, he may find the bigs at some point. The White Sox sure can use anyone who can get on base. And that leads us to our top 10 players. So number 10 is going to be Jared Thomas. He's with the Rockies. He's in Double-A. He's an outfielder. He's 6'2", 190 pounds, and he's 22 years old. Last season, he hit 300 even, had 14 home runs, 60 RBIs, 33 steals, a 398 on-base percentage, 454 at-bats. That card you're chasing for him is going to be a mid-tier card. It's going to be a 2024 Bowman Draft Chrome, first auto. Like I said, they're all first autos, and it's about $25. As far as card prices go, Colorado's a tough spot. The numbers are considered tainted or cheap, and the players are just overlooked by collectors due to that and their fan base. But this year, with all the hype on Charlie Condon, Rockies minor leaguers may get a fresh set of eyes and possibly a little more hype behind them. Thomas had a standout freshman college season at Texas, hitting .321 on the year, and hitting .397 over his final 33 games there. The Rockies snapped him up in the second round of the 2024 draft, and he got 8 games in the minors in 2024. Hitting .333 with 2 home runs in low A. 2025, Thomas put up big numbers in high A, hitting 11 homers and stealing 22 bases while hitting .330. While he did cool off some in Double A, he still swiped 11 bags in 45 games while there. He is a decent combination of power and speed, hopefully projecting to a 2030 player this season with a little more work in the weight room. We'll be looking to see if the extra eyes in the Rockies farm system this year benefit Thomas's card prices. Number 9 is Alex Clemmy. He's with the Nationals. He's in Double-A. He's a starting pitcher. He's 6'6", 205 pounds, and he's 20 years old. Last season, he was 7-5 with a 3.47 ERA, a 1.36 WHIP, 136 strikeouts, and 116 and 2/3 innings pitched. That first Bowman auto that you're looking for is a 2023 Bowman Draft Chrome, and it's right there on the mid-low tier level. It's a $20 card. Coming over in the Lane Thomas deal, Clemmy is a big boy, standing 6'6", and at only 20 years old, he has a higher ceiling than others on this list. But he also has a lower floor with the way he does his best Nuke Lelouch. Signed out of high school, he features a mid-90s fastball, a devastating slider, and a get-me-over changeup. He is raw and needs to work on his mechanics, but the power of his pitches and his size at delivery make for a great project to watch this year. If he can get his command under control, he walked 73 batters last season, and maybe add a few more strikeouts with that better control, this will be a card and a player we'll be watching for the next few years. Number 8 is Nate George. He's with the Orioles. He was in high A last season. He's an outfielder. He's 6 foot tall. He's 200 pounds, and he's 19 years old. Last year, he hit .337 with 5 home runs, 42 RBIs, 50 stolen bases, a .413 on base percentage, and only 323 at bats. That card you're chasing on him is a 2025 Bowman Chrome First Auto, and it's right there on the mid-level at $50. George, much like Nishida, features excellent speed, but Nate George is a little bit bigger, has some pop, and has the potential to add more power with a little bit of weight room work. The biggest reason we're watching these cards is his .337 batting average, his 50 steals, and the fact that he's only 19 years old. The .413 on base percentage is not as impressive for him, considering he hit .337, but both are outstanding. Snatched up in the 16th round before heading to JUCO, the Orioles set to work building on more than just George's raw speed and defensive skills, and it paid off. In rookie ball, he hit .383 and stole 11 bases in 23 games that they kept him down there, only to jump to A ball, where he hit .337 with 25 steals in 43 ball games. He cooled off a little in high A, but he still hit .291 there. If George can maintain his approach at the plate this season and keep those speed numbers up, and maybe add a little bit more pop, he'll be an exciting prospect card and player to watch this year. Number 7 is Emil Morales. He's with the Dodgers. He was in low A last year. He's a shortstop. He's 6'3". He's 191 pounds, and he's 19 years old. Last year, he hit .314 with 14 home runs, 70 RBIs, 11 stolen bases, and a .396 on base percentage. That was on 357 at bats. Currently, he is ranked as the number 100 player on the MLB pipeline. That card you're looking for him is a 2024 Bowman Chrome First Auto. It's about $85, so it's one of the higher tier cards. Dodgers prospects have a tough row to hoe, with all the talent in the big leagues ahead of them, and the fact that the Dodgers just go out and get all-stars to fill positions. A lot of people forget that they have a stacked farm system as well, especially with the bats. Dodgers prospects are a catch-22. You hope they get traded to a team where they can debut and flourish, but you want them in the Dodgers system as long as possible to keep so many eyes on them. Morales sits in this wasteland. With the Dodgers playing bets at short for the foreseeable future, you really hope the Dominican Summer League MVP will find a new home in some inevitable trade package. Even with a possible position change to third and a call-up, with Muncie's contract being up at the end of this year, he would probably fall to a lower spot in that already stacked lineup. He may be able to add some more power, only weighing 191 pounds, but might sacrifice some speed to do so, which wouldn't matter to the Dodgers, but it's just something to keep in mind. I'm keeping an eye on this card just to see if any of that happens. He switches to third, gets traded, or adds a ton more power. This makes a very in-depth card for us to watch. Number 6, you've heard this name before in some of my other videos. It's Travis Sakura. I always think that's how we say it. Could be way off, but he's with the Nationals. He was in Double-A last season. He's a starting pitcher. He's 6'6", 232 pounds, and he's 21 years old. Last season, he was 3-1 with a 1.79 ERA, a .77 WHIP, 79 strikeouts, and only 45 1/3 innings pitched. Currently, he is the number 49 ranked prospect on the MLB pipeline. That card you're looking for on him is a 2024 Bowman Chrome First Bowman Auto. It's worth about $35, or refractor if you prefer. I've talked about him before, and he's the only one on this list that I've actually picked up a few cards of, as you saw. Mainly because he's the only one that I've gotten a good deal on, as these other players' prices have just been rising going into the season. His cards have actually fallen, mainly due to the fact that he had Tommy John and is out for 2026. But before that, he was electric. And he's another one of those big pitchers standing 6'6" and weighing 232 pounds. I had been watching him last year along with Trey Savage as the two main pitchers I was following, and I got a good deal on that refractor auto that I showed you as well, so I snatched it up too. But now with the injury, wasn't really that good of a deal. He carried a 1.79 ERA with 79 Ks and 45 1/3 innings pitched before the injury last year, and looked commanding at high A, striking out 47 and 29 2/3 innings pitched. Being on the Nationals is a tough team to be on right now, and we'll keep our eye on his recovery and hope for a trade down the road in 2027 or 2028. For right now, we may let the prices fall a little more and snatch up some lower price ones as he recovers from Tommy John's. You never know how a player recovers from that, so this is always kind of a big risk. Number 5 is Luke Adams. He's with Milwaukee in Double-A. That's the Biloxi Shuckers. He plays third base. He's 6'4", 210 pounds, and he's 21 years old. Last season, he hit .231 with 11 home runs, 42 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, a .417 on-base percentage, and only 234 at-bats. That card you're looking for is a 2024 Bowman Chrome First Auto, and it's about a $20 card. I'm slightly biased here because I saw Luke play a few games last season. Same with Nishida. And Luke did impress me. He's big and scary looking at the plate, gets on base a lot, mainly because people pitch around his power. The Klingstones didn't, and, well, they paid for it. His .417 on base percentage really stands out, considering he only hit .231. Compare that 186 difference to the point I was making with Nate George and his differential of only 79, and you can see why I think highly of Adams. He did miss 2 months due to injury halfway through the season last year and struggled a little finding his swing in his final couple of weeks back from injury. However, even though he hit .217 in high A after the injury, he carried a .472 on base percentage during that time period. Adams right now seems like a homer, walk, or bust type of hitter. If he can get a few more balls to find the grass throughout the year and keep those walks that high, he will make a big splash for the Brew Crew and hopefully the card market someday. Number 4 is Daniel Egan. He's with the Diamondbacks. He was in Double-A. He's a starting pitcher. He's 6'4", 205 pounds, and he's 23 years old. Last season, he was 7-8 with a 2.99 ERA, a 1.12 WHIP, 153 strikeouts, and 117 and a third innings pitched. That card you're going to be looking for him is a 2024 Bowman Draft Chrome First Bowman Auto. That's about $20. Good old Presbyterian College. I took a visit there back in high school looking at their facilities. It was a great campus and very nice people. Ultimately, I didn't end up going there, but I loved my visit. They've not had a major leaguer from there since World War II. Respect to Lou Brissy, who sadly passed away in 2013. Which Lou Brissy is an amazing story for those of you that have never heard it. And maybe one day we'll do a video of him on this channel. Thank you for your service, Mr. Brissy. Okay, so back to Egan. Another one of those big, powerful guys. But it's his curveball that prompted the Diamondbacks to take him in the 3rd round, saying for us, it was the curveball all day. He uses it mostly as a swing and miss style pitch, but if he can add a mile an hour or two to his fastball to complement that pitch, his strikeouts could climb even higher. Not that 153 strikeouts and 117 and a third innings pitched is anything to shake a stick at. We look for Egan to build on last season, although Reno, if he makes it to AAA, can be a tough place to pitch. We will be looking to see if Egan can build off his final year in college and that last season in the minors and put another solid performance together. His card prices, like most on this list, have steadily been rising coming into the season. So we cracked that top 3, and number 3 is going to be Alfredo Duno. He's with the Reds. He was in Single-A last year. He is a catcher, 6'2", 210 pounds, and he just turned 20. Last season, he hit .287 with 18 home runs, 81 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, a .430 on-base percentage, and 390 at-bats. Currently, he is MLB's number 48 top-ranked prospect. That card you're looking for him is a 2023 Bowman Chrome First Auto, worth about $100, maybe a little bit more. 20 years old, a .430 on-base percentage, 18 home runs, walks more than he strikes out. He should be way higher on this list, especially if he ends up in Great American. I don't disagree, but over the years, I've learned to curtail my excitement over catchers. There can be great ones for the card hobby, looking no further than Cal Raleigh last season, but I myself have been burned a few times on catchers over the years. MJ Melendez, I'm looking at you. Duno has all the tools, but injuries have set him back a little over the years and has hampered his development behind the dish, slightly. With Stevenson's contract coming to an end after this season and Trevino's age, Duno may have smooth sailing to a 2027 opening day spot behind the dish. He just needs to keep up the hot bat and work on his game management to help out all those pitchers in Cincinnati. If he gets off to a hot start this season, I would be looking to add his cards sooner rather than later. But I will give it a little bit, as I don't think he'll crack the lineup in 2026. Maybe in September as a call-up, though, but we'll see. Number 2, Eduardo Quintero. Number 2 for the LA Dodgers. He was in high A. He's an outfielder. He's 6'1", 175 pounds, and he's 20 years old. He hit .293 with 19 home runs, 69 stolen bases. Nope. 69 RBIs, 47 stolen bases. He had a .415 on base percentage, and he had 433 at bats. He's currently number 34 in the MLB pipeline. That card you're looking for him is a 2025 Bowman Chrome First Bowman Auto. It's worth about $80, maybe a smidge more, just like the last one. Just like all of them, actually. The Dodgers 2025 Minor League Player of the Year, Quintero features great speed and has been developing more power as he's grown. Originally a catcher, he has progressed nicely to the outfield and is still growing and learning. If there is potential to move up with the Dodgers, it is in their outfield, although the addition of Tucker doesn't really help. Projected to be a higher touted prospect than some of the other nice outfield talents in the Dodgers minor league system, he may have to wait for one or two of those outfielders ahead of him to get their shot. But I figure Quintero will eventually be the talent that holds down a spot in LA, if he isn't traded before that for Aaron Judge or Ted Williams in his prime. He hit .293 last season and was 1 homer short of being a 20-40 guy. If he continues to add power and can keep getting on base, he walked 88 times last season. His card will be a card to buy and probably hold for a season or two. He does strike out a little more than I would like, 123 times in 113 games, but some of that is due to him going so deep in counts with his patience at the plate. Number 1 is Dylan Leave It to Beavers. He's currently with the Orioles on the 40-man roster. I know, that was cheesy. He's a right fielder. He's 6'5". He's 206 pounds, and he's 24 years old. Last season, the minors, he had .304 with 18 home runs, 51 RBIs, 23 stolen bases, and a .420 on-base percentage, and 342 at-bats. He's currently the number 83 prospect in the MLB pipeline. He got called up in August last year to the majors. He hit .227. He had 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, a .375 on-base percentage, and 110 at-bats. That card you're looking for him is a 2022 Bowman Draft Chrome First Bowman Auto. It's worth about $100, but it's tough to pinpoint a price on it because they pop up so infrequently. Cutting down on his strikeouts last season made Dylan stand out this past year. In 2024, he struck out 125 times in 125 games. In 2025, he cut that down to 76 in 94 games. His home runs were up from 15 to 18 in 31 less ball games. His walks were up. His stolen bases were about the same average, maybe slightly down. For his efforts, his batting average jumped 62 points from 252 to 304. He got a call-up in August and played 35 games for the Orioles, where he was okay. But he played well enough over the whole season to most likely get the starting nod in right field for the Orioles this year, although in the lower third of the lineup probably. If he can continue to get on base at such a high rate with a .420 on base percentage and show a little more power in the bigs, I would like to see him up there in the lineup around Gunnar and Alonso and Adley, maybe. Even if he could knock Westberg out of the number 2 spot, that's kind of wishful thinking, but that's the main reason we'll be following this card in the 2026 season. Unless he completely struggles in spring training, I look for this card to keep rising throughout the year. He is one of the few that has already cracked the bigs, and he looks set for an opening day roster spot this season. So, what do you think of the list? Are you going to be chasing some of these guys? Do you think I'm crazy? You got some other big names that you're looking at and you want to talk about? You want me to talk about? Put it down in the comments. I personally am going to be trying to add some of these players along the way. We're going to see how the season goes, how they develop. We're going to watch them. If I get some good deals on the cards, we may snap some up before then. But right now, this is the list we're going to be sticking with. These are the guys we're at least going to be watching and the cards we're going to be watching. So we'll look back at this in a few months or in a year and see if it was a good decision to follow these guys or a bad decision. So if you guys know of anyone else we should be following, if you got any more suggestions, any more tips, we'll always take them. Put them down in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll have our prospecting videos. Again, this was just a card recap of the cards we're going to be watching. I'll be doing the team-by-team prospecting videos here coming up soon. We'll start it off just like we did last year. Of course, I don't think we got 2 or 3 teams in. We'll try to get to them all. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can watch another video over here and subscribe over here or vice versa. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Man, I'm so glad I got that Adams Club. That was a good game to go to. Glad I was there for that. He knocked the tar out of that one. Woo!